One of the biggest barriers to earning money as a teen is the lack of in-depth knowledge. So how can you earn $100 an hour as a teen if you don't know anything? Well, for the tips I'll be sharing in this video, the only requirement for you is simply being a student. And the bonus tip I'll be sharing at the end might just help you save more than $10,000 in college tuition. The first tip is to apply for scholarships. Cody Berman, who graduated college in just 3 years and earned over thousands of dollars in scholarship money, and he recommends that applying for at least one scholarship a day is a good quota. In his words, think of it as a part-time job that can pay you 3 to 4 times your average minimum wage job. Because if you work on a college application for about 3 hours and the application for the scholarship is worth $300, that means you have earned around $100 per hour. I'll share with you 2 hacks that can give you a higher percentage of landing scholarships. The first one is keeping an average grade of 85% or higher. And now you might be like, oh my god, I'm allergic to studying. Why am I learning about sines and cosines and the intestinal tract of annelids? I don't think I'll ever be using this kind of shit. Well, it is true you might never use these facts, but think of it as a job and you're getting paid to study. Cause check out this scholarship. This one is from the University of Toronto, and one of its eligibilities is if you can maintain a GPA of 90% or higher, you could get $80,000 worth of scholarship money. As for me, I was able to earn around $2,000 in language scholarship because I had a 90% in Japanese and an 87% in AP English. But I bombed the AP exam and only got 2 out of 5. I'll go into more tea about it in the bonus tip. The second tip is having templates for different kinds of essays. Cody explained in his interview that usually essays have different patterns to them, and you can tailor different templates to different styles and themes. For example, what kind of hardships in your life made you who you are? How your passions fuel you to make change in the field you want to study in, etc., etc., etc. For example, in this scholarship, it asks you to write an essay about how a clean and organized home improves focus and mental health for students. And in a similar essay, it asks you to write about a social issue covered in the magazine. And luckily, mental health is one of those topics. So what you can do is use some of the similar elements that you have written for the previous essay and apply it to the one about the magazine. And of course, not copying word for word because we want to avoid plagiarism like the Black Plague. This is probably one of the biggest pitfalls we have to avoid when using this technique. For example, we can talk about the different elements of home organization, like having adequate amounts of sunlight, the advantages of having green plants in the house, but we cannot copy word for word from what we have written in the previous essay. Okay, here, you want something even easier? How about earning $100 in just 10 minutes? Here is a 10-minute survey with a chance of winning $100. Pretty sweet deal. Man, I wish I can turn back time and do more of the things I have mentioned in this video. So if I'm able to make your future just a little bit better, consider subscribing for more content so you can learn from my own money mistakes so you don't have to make them yourself. Okay, here's the bonus tip, which is taking AP courses in the last year of high school. So work hard and get a 4 or 5 out of 5 on your exam. This way you don't have to take the same general courses when you get into college. I remember a single course in college cost me around $800, and this is just a community college. So if I took 4 courses a semester and I have 3 semesters in a year, I could have saved almost $10,000. Man, imagine what you can do with $10,000 extra dollars in your pocket, less student loan debt, and 1 less year of university. Hell, maybe you can even retire in your 20s instead of your 30s. The dreams, man, the dreams. Don't be like me who took AP English and AP Biology but only got a 2 out of 5 on my AP exam because instead of studying, I was watching Carmilla until 2 a.m. the night before the AP English exam. Please, I have faith that you can do better than I did. Of course, I have to acknowledge that you're not guaranteed to land every single scholarship you apply for, and thus might not be able to earn the full $100 an hour. But the amount of essays you have written will not betray you, trust me, because you probably earned at least plus 50 in bullshitting stats. In the words of my art school friends, the chances of you getting an A in art interpretation highly depends on how well you can bullshit. It's super good to save money on college, but sometimes what sets you apart from retiring at 60 versus retiring at 30 is what careers you're choosing. And check out this video where I talk about the top 3 careers that could help you retire as early as in your 30s. Thanks so much for hanging out today, and I'll see you over in this video. Peace. Okay, thanks so much. Bye.